What is going on, my guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Garrett with Game by the Beach, and we are playing a little Rush Royale, and we're actually going up against a little coffee ground in my mouth there. That was nasty. Going up against Gunman69. If you guys don't know, he puts out YouTube videos as well, as you can see by Gunman69 YouTube. And he is running an Engineer Cold Mage deck. Interesting. Really interesting deck combination there. Just because usually when you see Engineer, Bombardier is usually in their deck, and Cold Mage is more with like Boreas decks. But other than that, it's spam. You know, he's got Mime, Summoner, and Harlequin. No Shaman, so already respect that. And we're gonna see what we can do. And today we are not using our Boreas Shaman deck, guys. Yay! We finally got rid of it. We are running a Boreas Hex deck, which I was actually running a little bit to some success recently, last couple days, and decided to play it. But you guys were also telling me run a Boreas Hex deck, and here we are. So it kind of worked out because I was running the deck anyway, having some success, and then you guys also wanted to see it. So best of both worlds right there. But so far so good. You can see that it's a little bit of different variation. I actually have the, I guess I'll just do this because why not? I actually have the Zealot in this deck. So you guys might think that's a little bizarre, and it probably is a little bizarre. But the reason I have that in there, so I'm running Harlequin and I'm running Harlequin and Dryad in this deck. So you know what that makes it really susceptible to, especially also running Hex, is bricking. So I'm trying to avoid, to the best of my ability, bricking in early stages of the game. Okay, so I like having Dryad in there because you can set up your board pretty easily, and then with Boreas Hex, and feel pretty good about your board, but they're usually pretty under-leveled. So having Dryad, you can just level people up. Harlequin is super important in this deck with Hex because you can put them in better spots than otherwise, unless you have like the Portal Master. It's the other best option. So I figured why not have the Zealot in this deck, and just, you know, I'll pretty much combine it out, but in the very beginning at least it's a little bit of a damage unit, and oh, there we go. Now we're starting to put them in places that we want. We didn't really want that, but that's okay. We've got, let's see, we'll do this. Might as well do that. And already, we haven't played with Dryad in a while, I feel like, and it feels good to be back. So far, so good. I'm going to wait for a second. We got Tribunal coming up, which with Dryad is not a problem at all. You can kind of combine out your units, not really worry about them. I'm actually going to get my Boreas to max, and then I'm just going to see what the heck I need to combine out just to prepare for Tribunal. But the reason I got Zealot in there, yeah. And then late game, so it's for early game, so I don't brick. And then late game, it actually works pretty good because if you have Bedlam, if you have something else that switches your board around a little bit, you can just level up your Zealot, and a high level Zealot when you can't make any plays, and you let's see, what else can I do here? I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to try and combine out here, but he's starting to have a really tough time, which is great for us. And other than that, yeah, we got actually 12 seconds. I think this is going to be a win for us. Gunman69. Good game, brother. We've played against each other a good amount of times. He's put YouTube videos up of me playing against him. If you guys want to check out his channel, please do so. He seems like a pretty cool dude. And actually, I play him a bunch of times. So if you want to see me play against him and actually lose, I think he has a couple of videos to where we play and I lose like immediately, and it's not fun for me. But that is one victory, and that's why I have the Zealot in this deck, and so far so good. So now we're going up against the Inquisitor Cold Mage deck. This deck is my least favorite deck to go up against in the world, and look at this lag, guys. I've already hit my map. I've already hit my map a bunch of times. There we go. Just wanted to prove to you guys that I hit my map, and it took that long to spam down. It said that he disconnected. Clearly, he didn't disconnect because he literally just moved a unit around or upgraded an Inquisitor or whatever. So It's so nice to have Harlequin in this deck because you can get the hexes exactly where you want, and it's so easy. So right there, it was kind of a weird play that I used the Harlequin to get that hex right there, but that's because I want the hex there. So when I play the hex decks, I want to have them in the four corners. So I want one here, I want one here, I want one here, and then you guys can guess where the last one is because I don't have a spot over there yet. So I have no problem combining out. Let's actually just do this guy because he's the one next to a hex. So we'll wait for a second right there. But so far so good. I've actually, if you didn't notice, I mean, even in that last game that you just watched, we've already pushed up a little bit more too. You know, that last video, it was us getting exactly to 6,500 or something like that, and we're already a little further. I don't think we're even at 6,600 yet, but we're a little further. So hey, whatever, you know. And so far so good. So I really try to level up my Boreases first. I try to level up my hexes kind of together. So I'll probably level them up as the next boss finishes. So right before the next boss, or right when the right when this boss dies, we're gonna level them up. So let's see. Now we've got a hex over there. That's great. We got one more unit we can put right there. We might as well just do that, and this Warlock's going to be not an issue at all, and we can move Dryads around if it comes down, and hopefully level up our troops and be just fine. So here we go. We're trying to take it out. Oh, that is a real dang shame. I couldn't have moved it anyway, but that's a real bummer. I mean, at least we get one right back. Let's try to level up our... You know what? Just spite that Warlock. Let's get our Boreas right back to level 3. It's like he didn't even take it away, but he's already got 9. So that's really actually impressive, Big Gibby. It's really impressive on your end that in the middle of Warlock, you were actually able to get 9 Inquisitors. That's really impressive. But here we go. I'm going to level up my Boreas in just a second. You can see the Hex is starting to do a little bit of work. But then I'm going to keep on trying to fill my board. We already got 9 that we're going against, so that's really, really tough. That Hex right there is not useful, but if we get another one, we can just combine them out. I'm actually going to combine out Zealots right there. As you know, I'm pretty much going to combine them out every time, unless it's at the very end of the game, or in the very beginning of the game when we're bricking. So that probably wasn't the best play. Okay, we're going to be just all right. So far, so good. Our board looks pretty good. I'm still waiting to combine out this Hex, but we're chilling right now, and I'm going to level up my Boreas to max as soon as I get a chance, but already he's got a number of level 3 Inquisitors. He's got a number of other stuff, and he's absolutely chilling. The Inquisitor decks, one of the reasons it's so strong, if you go from not having the right amount and the monsters start making it around your board to having the right amount, it's an unbelievable difference. It's an unbelievable difference. And what I mean by that is usually it takes a long time for you to fight your monsters back to the beginning of your board. But when you're running Inquisitor, it takes like 2 seconds. It's a little bit crazy. But hey, there we go. We've got a Hex right where we want it. We're going up against the Tamer. We're not going to have a problem against this Tamer. And our board looks pretty good. So at this point, we're basically just going to level up our Hex to max as soon as we can, and then we're going to just try and combine out units. But we are going up against an Inquisitor deck, so I'm not really sure what we can do about it. Bedlam is really good. Hopefully we can actually get him to get a hit against Bedlam. But so far, so good. Let's see what we can do here. The only thing I can really do, I guess, is I could level up a Hex, perhaps. Oh, I could do this. But let's just do that for right now. And I'll get another one on the board. That's good for us. We wanted to get rid of that anyway. Do we have any rank 2? Yeah, Boreas is... Yeah, we do. Okay, so we got a rank 2 Boreas. Let's get our Hex to max as soon as we can. As you guys know, Hex doesn't help at all against bosses. So that's kind of where I run into trouble. The only other option I thought, other than having the Zealot in here, is maybe running Bombardier. Something that would, like, cater to the Boreas Hex gameplay itself. But, you know... I don't really care. You know, if I ran Bombardier in here, if I ran Vampire in here, it would make it even more troublesome to go up against Shaman spam and bricking in the beginning of the game. And I just really want to avoid that at this point. So I don't think there really is a deck out there other than Shaman spam that kind of counters Inquisitor decks. So if we can kind of hang tight with them and hopefully he gets a switch when Bedlam hits, then we'll be in pretty good shape. So right now we're at 3,000 mana, which isn't a problem because see what happens with Bedlam. So I'm going to level up my Zealot to max. And when he makes switches right there, we can do this. We'll do that. Hopefully we can take him out, but you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So we got a bunch of mana. We've got a bunch of Zealots and Boreases, so we might be able to take him out. No, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to. He did take him out, so we're kind of in a bit of trouble here. And at this point, we're in a lot of trouble. Let's do that, and then this. And then this. At least we had a bunch of mana that we can kind of mess with. That was probably not the best play. What else can we do? We can do this and this. He's going up. He has 9 already. So there's not much we can do at this point. He's hitting me with a good game. Yeah. Oh, and since we have so many Zealots, and I was spamming the board just like that, I was not doing myself any favors. So we are definitely going to lose. He's now got the wrong amount, but he's going to get it right back in 3 seconds, 2 seconds right there. And this is going to be an L, guys. But the Inquisitor Cold Mage deck, nothing you can really do. Actually, and you know what? A couple funny things from the comments. I've been getting a ton of comments. Love talking to you guys. Always so much fun. Let's jump into another battle. Win or lose, I don't care. I'm hanging out with you guys, and it's a lot of fun. If you guys don't know what to address me in the comments, happily address... Oh, we're going up against another Boreas Hex. Interesting. You can just call me Garrett. Or if you want to just do at Game by the Beach, that works too. But I see sometimes people are like, at Game or at the beach or at something, which, hey, if you want to call me the beach, that's fine. That's cool. But just, yeah, Garrett is fine. Or at Game by the Beach is fine. But what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, I completely forget. I lost my train of thought on that one. Ah, good. I remember. That's rare that I actually remember. Let's do this so we don't die right away. Somebody asked me, or said that, ooh, a little subscriber right there. I love that. Since there's no leaderboard, what was the highest trophy count that I faced? I don't know exactly, but I might have taken a screenshot of it at some point. I've faced people over 7K. I've faced people at like 7,500, which is just crazy. I've faced people running my Boreas Shaman deck at like 7K. Which is just wild. I don't know how you are that good at that at this game, but that's crazy. I mean, I'm proud of you. That's really sick. So yes, I've gone up against some really crazy guys, and this guy's running an awesome deck right now. He's running Boreas Hex. He's got the Crystal Mancer, which if you guys didn't see, the Crystal Mancer is actually getting a massive buff in the next update, which is really cool because I really like this card. It's kind of like Inferno Tower or Inferno Dragon in Clash Royale, but right now it kind of stinks. It kind of really stinks, to be honest. So hopefully it's going to be a little bit better in the update, but this guy's really trying to make it work. He also he's like kind of bricking, but kind of trying something different also, because he hasn't gotten any Boreases, so that's why he's having such a tough time. But hey, the Tamer's coming up, and it's probably going to do him really well. So now we finally got a Boreas. He's got a Hex. Whew, he's hanging in there. He's hanging in there. So let's take this Tamer out, no problem. Crystal Mancer, it should be really good against bosses, so that's why it's in there. And you know what? This dude is actually a genius. So Crystal Mancer right now it kind of stinks. So if we win, it's kind of like, yeah, we won, but Crystal Mancer stinks. After the update, the Crystal Mancer might be an absolute perfect card to put in this deck. So the best thing about Boreas Hex is when you're going up against waves of things and you can just get instant kills. You can't keep up with instant kills. It's impossible because they're instant, right? So no matter how much damage an Inquisitor is doing, no matter how much damage an Engineer is doing, an instant kill will always trump it. With that being said, when you go up against bosses, you have a really tough time. So that's why Boreas Hex isn't not necessarily at the top of the leaderboards because you have a really tough time against bosses. But if you're running Crystalmancer, that's what you're supposed to counter bosses and do really well. So it would be a really cool card to have in there, and it should work pretty well. So I really respect this guy's deck, and I think it's a really good idea. I've actually tried it out before, maybe in co-op. If I'm trying out a new deck or something, I just throw it in co-op. But it's just not good enough right now, and he's starting to have a hard time. That boss is going to give him a lot of trouble. He's had a lot of trouble with he's up at 6,500, guys. He's up at 6,500, but he had trouble finding Boreases right there. But right there, we actually, I think we're right about at the same trophies as we were before. It might have been a new trophy higher. Just well, actually, I can check. Let me see. We are now at, what's my maximum trophies? We are at the exact same mark as our best trophies, but right there, that's going to be the end of this YouTube video, guys. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Actually, I didn't even mention this in the beginning of the video. I meant to. If you guys haven't followed me on TikTok, do so. I post little previews every day, little snippets, and I'm going to put some more personal stuff there too. But also, if you check out my channel, I started a Discord, so if you guys want to just hang out, chat with me, please join it, and it'll be a good time. But that's going to be the end of this YouTube video, guys, and I will check you guys out in tomorrow's video.